Hi guys, I'm Janet from World Anvil and it is day 18 of summer camp. Today's prompt is, describe the most influential or well-known book in your world. Juicy. Let's unpack that. So, there are two parts to this question, influential or well-known. Now that's awesome because you can play a lot with that. In our own world, a lot of the most influential books could be said to be religious books. So the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, religious doctrine. People have fought wars over it, people have debates about it, people dislike or like other people based on these books. They're very, very important. So in your own world, you can figure out how a religious book could have come about, who wrote it or which group of people wrote it. With the Bible, for instance, it's gone through a bunch of different translations, it's gone through a formation process, which involved deciding which bits were going to go in or which bits were not going to go in. There's the Apocrypha as well, which is some of the bits that didn't go in, and there's all sorts of other writings which were considered and eventually didn't make the cut. So the formation of the final book is a very interesting question. Figuring out when it was written is also very important. The book itself is going to reflect the time in which it was written. That's going to reflect cultural attitudes, social attitudes, technological attitudes. That's going to be all bound up with the time it was written. So figuring it out is pretty important. If the original book still exists, of course, that's going to be a fiendishly precious item within your world. So you can figure out what it looks like. How is it bound? How is it written? What language is it written in? Is it very big or very small? But of course, your book might not be a religious book, it might be a book of stories. There are all sorts of examples of how mythology has affected our world. Look at Greek mythology, for example. The story of the Odyssey, the story of the Greek gods. They have been hugely important in the formation of modern culture. So it could be said, if they were all collected into one volume, that that would be a book which was hugely influential. Or maybe, stepping into the world of Lovecraft, we could talk about the Necronomicon. That is a book which is hugely influential, even if not many people know about it, and it's full of these profane secrets. It's very, very powerful. That would be another great example of something you could write about for this challenge. A book that was magical, a book that was arcane, a book that was profane. So, to recap, figure out why your book is important, and that will give you a massive start on this challenge. Is it religiously important? Is it magically important? Is it a book of secrets, which is why it's important to protect it? Or is it just very old? Does it represent a link to the past? Or maybe the stories in it are very important and have helped form the modern world. All right, guys, I think you're ready to write this one up. So grab your hammer and go world build.